NS, Motin Stagger, steady making noise like the ganja. You know me, I present like it's Santa. Wanna trade our energy for rapper, for rapper, for rapper. For like he's taking off a pata, for like he's taking off the rapper. Anytime I call her, she dey answer. You know.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Mixnob here, and still on the mix breakdown. I'm going to be walking you through how I mixed the vocals for the song. This is Lakewell by BTM. You can go check it out. It's on all streaming platform. In this particular video, I'll be walking you through the mix for the lead vocals. Then in the next video, I'll walk you through the background vocals and the effects. So just to follow up to know how I mixed the beats for this song, from the percussions, the melodies, the low end, and the effects I used on the beat. You can check that out. The links are in the description. And please do well to support this channel to keep the channel growing by subscribing to this channel. Don't forget to like, share, and click on the notification button to get notified once I drop the next video. So let's dive right in. But before we go ahead, I want you guys to understand that this is an old mix. 2021 or 2022 thereabout. So if I'm to mix the song again, my process or my procedure will be totally different, and I will change some things. For example, the names of the tracks. Talking about the names of the tracks, all the hook right here, hook 1, hook 2, and hook 3 are grouped to one hook right here, which is where I sent all of them to. And these hooks are the lead vocals for the song. So I separated them into 3 different hooks just to mix them to suit the song. So with that being said, the first thing I always do to my vocals before adding any plugins to the vocal chain is to gain stage the vocals. I'm going to leave a link on the description as well. You can go check it out on how I gain stage my vocals. So let's start with the hook 1 bus. On the hook 1 bus, I have 2 tracks routed to this hook 1 bus, and I did similar processing on these tracks, except this particular plugin I added. I will come back to this later. So let me walk you through the chain. So the first plugin I added to both tracks is the wave tune. This is from Waves. And what I tweaked was the speed. I reduced it to 0, and the note transition is 20. I reduced this to 20. Then on this other side, I changed the root and the scale of this song. So the root is F and the scale is natural minor. So that's what I did on this particular plugin. After that, I added the wave tune retime. This is also from Waves, and here I did the same thing as well. I made sure my settings are right. My speed is on fast, which is 0.1 milliseconds. My note transition is 20 milliseconds, and my range, I chose the tenor, and my scale and root notes is F and natural minor. So that's what I did on this as well. Then I added this plugin. This is a limiter, L1 limiter from Waves. What I did with this plugin was to turn down the gain a bit. I guess it was still loud. So what I did was to control the amount of gain before going into the hook bus or another plugin, right? So what I did was to click and hold this down and drag this till like I got my desired result, right? So that's what I did. That's what I did on this particular plugin. So let's hear what these plugins are doing with and without it.
NS, Motin Stagger, steady making noise like the ganja. NS, Motin Stagger, steady making noise like the ganja.
So after all that, I made use of this plugin, this sound shift pitch from Waves. BTM specifically asked for a pitch down vocals, so that's what I used this plugin to achieve. He wanted this particular part of the vocals to sound a certain way, so that's what I used this plugin to achieve. And what I basically did was to drag down this fader. That's all I did. So I'm going to play it so you can hear what this plugin is actually doing.
NS, Liquor, Energy, Okpo, NS, Liquor, NS, Liquor, Energy, Okpo, NS, Liquor. NS, Liquor, Energy, Okpo, NS, Liquor, Energy, Okpo.
So let's hear it with the beat so you can get an insight on how it sounds even more better.
NS, Liquor, Energy, Okpo, NS, Liquor, Energy, Okpo, NS, Liquor, Energy.
So on the main hook bus 1, I added an NLS channel and I'm using the spike settings. I'm using this plugin also to control the gain a little bit, and as you can see right here, my output is -7 decibel. So that is what I did with this particular plugin. After that, I added an EQ. This is F6 ROTA from Waves, just to shape the frequencies a bit. As you can see, I'm taking out some frequencies that are not needed for the song. I'm rolling out some low end and cutting out some frequencies right here. Aside this particular frequency that I'm boosting, just to give it a little bit of body. Here's 160 hertz. I'm boosting 2 decibel. So that is what I did with this EQ. Let's hear how it sounds with and without this plugin on the hook bus.
NS, Liquor, Energy, Okpo, NS, Liquor, Energy, Okpo. NS, Liquor, Energy, Okpo, NS, Liquor, Energy, Okpo, NS, Liquor, Energy.
Yeah, so you can hear how calm the vocal sounds. This was specifically asked by BTM, you get, with the reference track I was using to reference the vocals and the beats. This is what he wanted. So I'm doing similar thing with the hook 2 bus, except from the wetter from Waves. I will come back to this later, but first let's look at the individual tracks on the hook 2 bus. On these tracks, I'm tuning the vocals with the wave tune and wave tune real time, just like the hook 1. The same settings, the same thing. As you can see right here, I'm not doing anything different, just the same thing. So that's what I'm doing on these tracks, the 2 tracks on the hook. So on this track, I'm doing something different just to make the track sound unique. This was also requested by the artist to make this particular section of the vocals to sound unique. So the first plugin I'm using on this track is the J37, and my saturation level is 7. You can look at the settings, can pause and look at the settings of this plugin. After then, I added the sound shifter, a pitch down as well, as you can see here. So what I did was to pitch this down to get that deep vocals, right? After that, I added this tremolo. This is a stock plugin, and this is an automatic or auto panorama, right? So that's what I did. So I'm going to play for you so you can hear what these plugins are doing on this track.
Now she wanna follow me to Zanga. Now she wanna follow me to Zanga.
Now on the hook 2 bus, I'm using the NLS channel. I'm using the spike settings and my output is minus 7 decibel. I'm also controlling the gain of this track as well. After then, I added this EQ F6 RTA, this also from Waves, and I'm using it to shape the frequencies a bit, as you can see right here. After that, I'm using one knob wether, this from Waves as well, and I'm using this to add a little bit of space to this hook, and my knob is on 0.8. This is very, very little. So let me play it for you so you can hear what these plugins, all these three plugins are doing with and without them, so you can have an idea what it's doing on the track.
It no matter, it no matter, it no matter, it no matter.
Yeah, so you can hear how controlled or how quieter it sounds. Again, this was intentional. So that is it about hook 2. On the hook 3 bus, I just have one track routed to it. And on this track, what I'm doing is just to tune the vocals. I'm using the same wave tune and wave tune with time, the same settings, just to tune the vocals. Then on the hook 3 bus, I have the NLS channel. I'm still using the spike settings and my output is -5 to control the gain as well. Right after that, I added the EQ from Waves, the F6 RTA, and as you can see, I'm shaping the frequencies a bit, getting rid of some frequencies and boosting some parts of the frequencies. So that's all I did on this hook 3 bus and the individual track. Now this hook 1, hook 2 and hook 3 bus is being routed to the lead bus. This is where I process and glue the tracks together. So the first plugin I'm using on this hook, the lead bus, is the NLS bus, and I'm using the spike settings. I'm not touching any other thing, just making use of these spike settings. Right after the NLS bus, I'm making use of the Waves PureTech EQ. And on this EQ, I'm attenuating 5 decibel for everything below 100 Hz. And on this other high end, I'm boosting 3 decibel for everything above 12 kilohertz. You can pause and check out the settings later on. So that is what I'm doing with this EQ. The next plugin I used is the Renaissance as the Arrow as, and this is a compressor from Waves as well. I'm using a fast attack on this compressor. My threshold is -5.1. Then I dropped the gain to -3 to balance the volume. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to play with and without these 3 plugins I used. Then later on, walk you through the remaining plugins and let's hear how it sounds.
It no matter, it no matter, it no matter, it no matter.
You can hear how controlled it sounds, right? So that is what I did. Right after then, I added a DSR to control the sibilance. And after the DSR, I added the NS1, which is a noise suppressor from Waves to control the background noise a bit. Let me play so you can hear what this NS1 is doing.
It no matter, it no matter, it no matter, it no matter.
You can hear what this noise suppressor is doing. And finally, I'm making use of these 2 plugins. These are stock plugins, the spreader and the chorus plugin. You can pause and look at the settings. So I'm going to play it with and without these plugins. Let's hear how it sounds.
It no matter, it no matter, it no matter, it no matter.
This is very, very subtle. I'm just going to crank it up a little bit, the mix up a little bit, so you can hear exactly what these plugins are doing.
It no matter, it no matter, it no matter, it no matter.
Yeah, so I'm sure you heard what this plugin is actually doing. I always use this on my lead vocals. So guys, this is all I did on the lead vocals, which is the hooks. In the next video, I'll be walking you through how I mixed the background vocals and the effect vocals as well. If there is any question or anything at all, please do well to leave it in the comment section. You can also send me a DM. My handle is on the description. And please do well to subscribe to this channel to keep the channel growing. Don't forget to like, share, and click on the notification button to get notified once I drop the next video. Thanks for watching and see you soon.